Hey y'all, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Zoe and I'm a current sophomore at Yale University. Today I'm going to take you through a day in my life. So first I began by waking up and making my bed. This year I live in Pearson College and I have a standalone single, so I'm pretty lucky for that. Then after that I go to the bathroom and get ready, which includes brushing my teeth and then eventually brushing out my hair, making myself look less dead inside. And sometimes I get a little bit distracted and I throw some darts in the morning, which today was not my day, sadly. After that, I go over and I water my plant. His name is Calvine Climbs, because it's a vine, I know, very funny. And then I pick out my clothes and get dressed for the day and put in my jewelry. After that, I pack everything up in my backpack, which includes my iPad, my water bottle, sometimes my laptop. And then I head on out to go to breakfast. So my favorite part about living in Pearson would have to be the courtyard. It is so beautiful, and being able to wake up and walk out to this every single day is so nice. I absolutely love it. So once I get to the dining hall, I swipe in and then I go for some orange guava passion fruit juice and some oatmeal for breakfast. And then after breakfast, I head on out to my first class. One of the biggest downfalls about living in Pearson is that it is very far away from just about everything, and my classes are a 25-minute walk away, so I usually like to take the shuttle in the mornings. And since this is my 9 a.m. class, it also helps to take the shuttle. So my first class is in Watson Center, and it would be linear algebra, which I hate. It's terrible. Then after linear algebra, I get to make the walk down Science Hill with my friend Nathan and walk on over to my Spanish class, which is in WLH. Today was a really special day because I had to walk down to Payne Whitney in order to get my tickets for the Harvard-Yale football game, and then I went on back to Pearson College. For lunch, I usually like to go for some iced tea because I want a little bit of caffeine, and today was Chicken Tendy Thursday, which was the best.
It's not even that big of a pile of potatoes. That's a normal-sized pile of potatoes.
Then after lunch, I had a little bit of time, so I spent some time working on my physics P-set because it was due and I had a lot of work to do on it, before eventually then heading off to my physics office hours. And this is the walkway that I usually get out of Pearson, because this walkway gets me really close to where my extracurriculars are, as well as to where one of the other bus stops is. I also think it's just really cute. And it also goes right by the Yale Daily News building, which is where I'll be going later that day. Such a beautiful day outside. It made me sad that I was taking the shuttle, but I also didn't want to make the hike all the way up the hill. Seriously, look how gorgeous the leaves are today. Absolutely amazing. So then I go to office hours, and office hours were long. I was there for about 3 hours, or until I finally finished my P-set, and then walked back to Pearson for dinner in the dark. And the day happened to be Thanksgiving night, so we had all these fancy foods and stuff that we normally didn't have, including all the bread. Then I like to make some Thai tea because I need a little bit of caffeine, because it's going to be a really long night, because Thursdays are my shift for the YDN. what it means for me to be on shift is that as a photo editor for the YDN, I'm responsible for managing our photographers with the 4 other photo editors, as well as editing and sourcing photos for every single article that is running digitally on our website, as well as print in our newspaper that night. And Thursday nights are insane because it is the night that we have our print deadline. And this is the YDN building that we walked by earlier. I work in what's called the tour room, which is a couple flights up the stairs. And I work in the tour room with our managing editors, our editor-in-chief, and production design. Once I get there, I go ahead and start sourcing and editing photos. Today was a really, really heavy day, especially because of the Harvard-Yale football game. We have to produce 2 papers, and in the middle of shift, I went with my managing editor back to the dining hall to go and steal a ton of bread, and it was amazing. Then after print was finally done, I went to the Pearson Buttery with my friend because we needed a little bit of food. You're really tired, and I really wanted a quesadilla. And then afterwards, we went back to the YDN building. And here's a little sneak peek of what some of the building looks like. This is one of my favorite rooms because it has newspapers posted all over the walls. And some of these are printed long, long ago. And then I finally got to leave the building at 3:15 a.m. Insane night. I know. And then I went to bed.